Hey guys, I just I just got done watching the newest episode of My Hero, the final episode after freaking after so many years, after 16 years actually. Now that I'm taking the time to actually do the math, I started this anime literally right after I got familiar with Dragon Ball, and it couldn't have come at a more perfect time in my life, because fifth grade was like one of the hardest grades for me growing up, and not academic wise. Your boy's pretty smart, contrary to popular belief, but fifth grade just felt very lonely, for a lack of better words. I mean, of course you have your family and your stuff like that, but I didn't really have friends like that. I had a few, but even then they just left the school. And after one particularly, probably like top 3 bad days of school for me, I just came home, lay in the bed, I was just scrolling on my phone. Then I just stumbled upon My Hero randomly, and I'm like, hey, got nothing else better to do in my time. So I just decided to watch it, and episode 1 had me hooked after witnessing everything Deku went through, like the bullying, all the negatives of his situation just attacking him. And he had All Might he admired so much, and All Might just dropped into his life and changed his whole freaking world with just one sentence: young man, you too can become a hero. That phrase right there probably has more impact on me than most of anything I've ever heard in shonen, except for One Piece, because I could go on and on about things that are memorable from One Piece. But this journey with My Hero was a beautiful one. I know some seasons fell off. To me, it didn't. To me, it just didn't, because the story of Deku just really resonated with me, because even to this day, when he's a grown man, he's still doing his best to achieve his goal, because he feels like there's more to do. And even with the episode ending, it says our story continues on. So you just know that Deku's still trying to do his best, and he's just not satisfied with where he is right now. Well, I don't mean it in the way that sounds. Like, obviously he's happy to be doing hero stuff and everything, but if you watch the show, you know Deku is just not happy with just one goal achieved. He wants to do everything he can to, like, understand people's quirks, encourage the next generation. If you've seen the show, you know how Deku's mind works. But this series is just beautiful, man. See, and then you move on to season 2 with him finally getting enrolled in UA and get into, like, the real nitty gritty of, like, what heroes do and things like that. And of course you have the sports festival, obviously, and then Stain later on, who challenges the ideology of certain heroes and how they work. And wow. I'm sorry, I literally just got off the episode. It was a real gut puncher, so bear with me. But yeah, and then you get to season 3, which is arguably, like, in my opinion, best opening and easily top 3 best seasons of the show, where they go on this camping trip, and the League of Villains are hunting them down because they're searching for Bakugo to get him to join. Because they figured, hey, with his unhinged mentality, he'll join us, right? They couldn't be more wrong. They could not be more wrong. But then you get to the real midst of the mindset of everyone being like, yo, we can't just sit around and do nothing. We got to save them. And, you know, the whole nail point that Class 1A is trying to hit you with is that meddling when you don't necessarily have to is the essence of being a hero. Because they didn't have to get in the pro heroes way. They could have easily just said, like, yo, we can just let them handle it. But then, like All Might said during that season, things probably would have turned out worse if they didn't help us. Oh my goodness. Just reminiscing is a hit on the emotions. Keep it together. All right. I'm sorry I keep getting speechless. I'm just reminiscing this journey I've been on. But yeah, season 3 was a hallmark statement for the anime. Like, it's beautiful. Season 4 is literally just Deku and Kirishima's season, because they arguably carried it. Don't get me wrong, not war. Don't get me wrong. The main villain of season 4 overhaul and the gang members, like the Chie Hasaikai, I think I'm saying it right. They were cool, and their motives made sense for the most part. But then you meet Eri. And then when Eri runs into Deku for like the first time, you automatically get the vibe of like, yo, he's doing something to this little girl. He's doing something. Granted, you don't know what it is yet, but then when you finally reveal what he's doing, you're like, oh nah. But yeah, season 4 in particular, like, was one of Deku's trying times in terms of like trying to be a hero, because All Might's past sidekick Night Eye was giving him like the hardest time, even though they can kind of relate to each other in their admiration for All Might. He just wanted Deku to take it serious, even though Deku literally takes everything serious when it comes to hero stuff. But granted, he just met the kid. But and then you meet the GOAT Lemillion, and I won't lie, he creeped me out at first, because it's just the way his character face was designed. It just sort of freaked me out at first, but then I warmed up to him, and I was like, yeah, I see why a lot of people like him. I see why a lot of people like him. But and then you meet the big 3 of UA. You meet Lemillion, like I just said. You meet Tamaki, and you meet Nejire. The 3 GOATs. I don't care what anyone says. But yeah, it wasn't until like later on through season 5 and beyond I like got more attached to other heroes outside of just our main cast. Endeavor specifically, because Endeavor, I'm pretty sure everyone started out hating him. Like, it's no question that everyone started out hating him, and people still hate him. For the right reasons. And with me, honestly, I'm kind of conflicted on Endeavor, which is why I think he's brilliantly written, because he's not trying to redeem himself. He's just trying to atone for what he has done. And to me, that makes him one of the best written side characters in most of anime. Like, not even joking. Like, he's up there with freaking Vegeta in terms of writing. Like, wow. We don't even need to talk about the character development Bakugo went through, because oh my gosh, bro. The character development he went through, Jesus. He started out as a jerk. I don't even think jerk is the right word to describe what he was like before, but yeah, he was just a grade A jerkhole. But then as the season progresses, you sort of see why. You get little bits of it at first, but you start to get more on like why is he the way he is towards Deku. And then when they finally get the full story on it, Horikoshi Sensei, you are a genius. You are a genius behind that desk. The selfish side of me obviously wants my hero to come back in some way, shape, or form in like a Shippuden type of sense with like Naruto. But realistically it may not happen, and despite how much I want it to, at least give us a movie with us seeing them as adults. I think that would be pretty cool. Just to give us some closure on like everything they're doing, everything they've went through. I think on top of this beautiful ending, it would just be the icing on the cake. I mean, I don't see a world where we still don't get My Hero movies. I mean, that should still be a possibility, right? You guys let me know in the comments. But just reflecting on My Hero, I just keep thinking back to that moment in 5th grade where I'm just going home, laying on my bed, and I just hear the words, "Young man, you too can become a hero." And just like Deku, my whole world flipped. My whole world flipped. I can't. I don't know. I'm just. It's just a lot to take in that the series is actually ending. And to say how I'm gonna miss it would be an understatement. But I will forever love My Hero Academia. I don't care what anyone says. I will forever love this series and everything about it. You guys let me know how you feel about My Hero Academia in the comments. I'm sorry this video was sort of a long one. I just needed to get my feelings out there. Also, seeing everyone grown up, Eri, Koda, Class 1A, and even a flash forward to the Pro Heroes, it was just cool to see. It was just cool to see. But yeah, guys. I hope the My Hero universe isn't done. I really want more from it. But I know I'm not the only one that thinks this. You guys let me know how you feel about My Hero as a whole. And when did you start watching it? What made you fall in love with it? And everything under the sun. But I will see you guys in the next video. Later. I also wanted to mention one of the coolest moments in the entire episode is when Deku talks to this little kid and does what All Might did to him and tells him he can be a hero as well, despite whatever your quirk is, or if you even have one, you can still do hero work. And then a little bit after that, he's walking back to UA to meet All Might, because I think they're about to go to the airport or something. And then All Might gives him a freaking Iron Man suitcase, like straight out of Iron Man 2. And it gives Deku the ability to collect data on different quirks, and he can use them in the suit. And it's even stronger than the one that he used against All For One. Which people like to downplay that suit, but like it was giving All For One a run for his money. And it was taking some pretty nasty hits from him too, so like don't sleep on Armored All Might. He is a monster. But yeah, just And then the way Deku's like in this car, and he pulls up in front of Class 1A, Tokyo drifting. And then he straight up does the Iron Man suit up from Iron Man 2 with the suitcase, and it was so freaking sick. It was so awesome. And then of course it cuts to they didn't have the panel 1-for-1, but it cuts to the panel, you know, they're referencing that all of them are in the air about to do some, you know, hero work about a landslide, and they all assemble together. It was just really good to see them all together. That one really hit me. That one really hit me. I took my freaking, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I was wearing this Kaminari cape the whole time while I was watching the episode, but when they freaking assembled together, I was waving that mess around. Because that moment really got me hyped, bro. I love Class 1A. They are my heroes. And you know what? I'm a trigger a fan base right now. Class 1A over Invincible. Take that and do with that what you will. But they don't sit in a hospital while the world is in danger. They take action. Looking at you, Mark. But oh man, I haven't even switched the TV from the freaking episode yet. Cause just wow. But yeah, this series means the world to me. And I'm gonna go out at some point and get all the season DVDs and just start binging again. This is the story how he became the greatest hero. And we will miss him. He's got it. I don't care what anyone says. This is one of the most beautiful anime endings of all time. It's not even up for debate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time, because like, oh jeez. My hero is just a beautiful story, bro. The movies just add an extra layer, but like this anime in of itself, it's so freaking, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. I just keep stumbling over my words, because like it still hasn't fully settled in yet that this story is coming to a close, and I'm just not ready to accept that. I'm just not ready to accept that, and I'm man enough to admit that. I'm just not ready for this universe to be over. Just two more movies. Two more movies that are about them doing hero work as adults. 2. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. My hero will continue to still be my favorite superhero and / anime story ever told. It just hits home on a lot of different levels, and I will forever love it for that. No question. Also, I just want to apologize that this long video will feel like it's split up into different parts. It's because kind of is, because also wanted to add that Shigaraki is one of the most compelling villains in a superhero animated show, from motive down to backstory down to it all. And that goes for all the League of Villains, especially Dobby. Especially Dobby, bro. Dobby and Shigaraki easily had two of the best villain backstories in the whole show. And it's not even close. It's not even close. And that sort of wraps up my final thoughts about my hero. And Julie signing off this time. Deuce.